coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Hey man, shout out everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. As y'all can see, I'm having some technical difficulties, so I ain't got my soundboard. But hey, shout out everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Boom, 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 boom. Appreciate the support. Still got these. Yeah. Let's go. Let's get it, man. We're on the road to 150K. Yes, one more again. We still on that road. We still traveling the same road. We're on the road to 2K in the membership, man. I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate all the support. Let's go. Let's get it, man. We out here. Big love. TBP Nation, stand up, man. Bang, bang. I ain't got the soundboard. But anyway, man, today, man, I wanted to drop this quick story on y'all, man, and let you know, it's so much different crazy stuff going on in the penitentiary. This is one thing that I would have never did, nor would I expect somebody to do it for me. You did, but I'm gonna tell you about what happened, how this unfolded with these two dudes. They were cell partners. They from the same hood. They, grew up together, whatever. So dudes is usually running into each other, been, on the street together, man. If they could get in the cell together, they try to get in the cell together. Because like I say, man, you got to align yourself with somebody that you truly believe got your back and you got theirs. That's where the loyalty come into play, and that's how you got to carry it. So they were sellers and everything, man, because they grew up together. Okay, now while they kicking it, they eat together, they meal together, they'll rumble together. You know what I'm saying? Both of them was, pretty thorough little young brothers. But old boy used to get visits a lot. One of them used to get visits a lot. The other one get visits every now and then, right? Okay, so one time they ended up being over there on the visit together. And when they over there on the visit together, old boy's sister and mom come see him. His celly is in there, with his mom. Now they kind of know each other. Like I say, they from the same hood. But his cell partner remember his sister, right? He always, had a little thing for the sister or whatever, but they never got together. You know what I'm saying? So he speak to her in the visiting room, they go set over there, hey, woo. So they get the, I don't know, googly eyeing each other or whatever you want to call it. And the next thing you know what I'm saying, when they get back and he get on the phone later, he says his sister was, asking, ain't that said, you know what I'm saying? And they get to talking. So he turned around a couple of days later and called home and said, yeah, man, let me holler at her. So he get on the phone and he holler at her. He called home, talked to his sister. He let his cell partner, homeboy, holler at her, right? Kick it with her, because they know some of the same people, whatever. But all the time, they get to talking and flirting and whatever. She tell him, put my number on your list, right? He put the number on the list. Now he calling the sister on his own and kicking it with her. He tell his homie, you know what I'm saying? Man, I'm telling his sister, man, she told me I can call her with her. You ain't got no problem with that. He like, nah, go ahead, man, do your thing, man. My sister grown. Woo. I would have never did that. I don't care how cool you is. I don't care how much you my own boy. I don't care how much I rock with you. You ain't messing with my sister in no penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? And I know that might sound like a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? My sister end up liking somebody or messing with somebody that's in the penitentiary, that's her business. I'm not going to aid and abet you into doing it. I'm not going to put you with my sister. And you better not ask me. Bang, 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 bang. You know what I'm saying? That's me. That's how I feel about the situation. I'm not going to ask no dude that I'm cool with. I see his sister in there and she may look appealing or look good to me. I'm not going to say, man, hey, man, let me holler at your sister. Man, I ain't doing it. That's some Bama stuff to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, they say they was cool with it. So now he get to kicking it with the sister. They talking on the phone all the time. They done built up a little relationship now, whereas he on the phone with almost every day. You know what I'm saying? So she started liking him. So she want to get on the visitation list. She get on the visitation list. She started coming see him. Everything cool. He going with it. He in the cell with the dude, so he already know. He thinking and really truly feeling like dude really like his sister, because that's what dude is doing. He going getting on the phone with her every day. You know what I'm saying? He kicking it with her. He right there. He can see how the dude move, how he act. You know what I'm saying? I guess he ain't had no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Until that would be gunshots. Until, you know, he goes over there and he come back, man, one day, and then boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, he got some weed. So he like, that's weed. Like, yeah, woo, woo, man, where you get the weed on? My homeboy looked out for me, da 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 da. So he was like, oh, that's what's up, man, woo, woo. So they, puffing on that reefers, puffing on that reefers, and getting high, kicking it and kicking it and everything. Boom, you know what I'm saying? Everything is still going good with his sister, but little do he know, old boy got his sister bringing the weed. She bringing the weed up there. You know what I'm saying? She bringing it to him because she all infatuated with him now. They in, whatever you want to call like a serious relationship. So as time go on, he started seeing the homeboy keep coming up with the weed, keep coming up the weed. He put two and two together, find out homeboy, you know what I'm saying, get his sister bringing him the weed. So he like, man, what's up, man? You ain't telling me, what's going on? Woo, woo. He called home, he talked to the sister, you know what I'm saying? And the sister tell him, yeah, well, you know what I'm saying? That's what, and like, he get mad. You know what I'm saying? He got an attitude now. Now his attitude to me was misplaced. His attitude was because you doing more for him than you do for me. I'm your own brother. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this where his anger was coming from, opposed to, man, your sister bringing weed up here. Period. This dude got your sister bringing weed up here, man. If she get caught, she can lose her livelihood. You understand me? She got a kid. She can lose her livelihood. She could get her kid taken away from her. You worrying about she doing more for him than she do for you, and you are own brothers, opposed to worrying about her well-being and her welfare. You know what I'm saying? So he cussing the sister, screaming on the sister on the phone, woo, 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 which, you know what I'm saying, when they get off and they go back in the cell, which causes them to clash. And he like, man, no, man, you know what I'm saying? You got my sister doing this, you hiding it from me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You ain't keeping it G, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Woo, woo, woo. So they going back and forth, back and forth. But like I said, they grew up together. But this is a touchy situation because now you got my little sister involved in something. So he getting on the phone. He arguing with the girl, which is his sister, about la la la. Why you even tell him? And you could let me told him. And it's just a big old, you know what I'm saying? And it can't nothing come out of this, but y'all gonna become unbenefited. That's the only thing that could come out of the situation. You know what I'm saying? And eventually that's where it ended up going. But they going back and forth. Now he telling the sister, don't bring no more weed up there. Don't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? You don't even do that for me. You know what I'm saying? Do mine know you doing that? And da da da. So she like scared, like he gonna tell the mama. Da da da. It becomes a big old situation. So now they arguing in the cell all the time. You know what I'm saying? They beefing. Now all of a sudden, now the dude want to move out the cell with him. So he looking at it like, now you want to move out the cell with me so you can keep getting my sister to do this. Nah, that ain't going down like that. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, I'm going to tell her she can't come up here no more. He's like, man, you can't tell her she can't come up here, man. Your sister grown. He's like, I don't care, bro. That's my sister. You know what I'm saying? If I tell her she ain't coming up here no more, she ain't coming up here no more. So he's like, yeah, all right, man, whatever. So boom, a couple of days later, he get moved out of the cell. He's still in the block, but he get moved out of the cell. You see what I'm saying? So boom, he out of the cell, but dude calling his sister every day, trying to talk to her. Now she done stopped answering the phone because he ain't doing nothing but calling and arguing at her, staying on her. You know what I'm saying? So boom, he calling his mama and tell her, tell Shaw to pick up the phone. See me call, you know what I'm saying? All this type of stuff. So, but he see dude on the phone all the time, and he know dude on the phone talking to his sister. You know what I'm saying? So it came down to a point one day, man, old boy out there on the phone. And I think he had got that weed that weekend. And he come back and he get on that phone. You know what I'm saying? And boom, go back to the room later on when he come back out. Dudes know when somebody got that weed. You smell it, weed, da, da, da. He get back on the phone. I think it was a combination. He know he got that weed. He believe his sister bought him that weed. And then he on the phone talking to his sister. And his sister won't even pick up the phone for him. Man, homeboy, no homeboy, man. That lock in the sock, That hot pocket came right up behind them on that phone. Mock up, mock up, mock up, mock, mock. And they got the tussling and rustling up in that joint. Gunshots. They rumbling up in that joint. She on the phone hung down, and you know what I'm saying, just hanging there. And they up in the joint just scrapping. You know what I'm saying? Dude done grabbed him. He holding on to the lock in the sock. He's still trying to hit him, but they tussling and rustling, slamming each other down, wrestling, locking the sock, fall out. You know what I'm saying? They just rumbling until the police see him. You know what I'm saying? And they in there getting it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say he got the better of him. He got the better of him. Well, I'd say he got the better because he got some knots in his head, I'm sure. You know, he got some knots, but straight up with the lock in the sock fall out, the fight is almost even, man. But both of them trying to do a lot, doing a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? They scrapping. You did? And they both get locked up. You know what I'm saying? They both get locked up. You know, so it's crazy though, because they became unbenefited because he saw fit to say it was all right for you to holler at my sister, but then you trying to dictate how you holler at your sister, which I said I opposed to that from the beginning. But he opened the door for everything that happened after that. That was all on him. You know what I'm saying? All on him, man. And then you went from a lifelong friendship now to y'all beefing and y'all enemies. And you enemies with a dude now that your sister is in love with. And both of y'all locked up. You see what I'm saying? So, man, the penitentiary be a bunch of drama going on in there, man, that y'all don't even have no idea about what's going on. It's just so many different things to be going on in there, man, that people think it ain't nothing happening. They just independent. Man, there's a lot be going on. A whole lot, you dig? And that crazy situation right there was like that. And I just seen it happen a couple of different times over the years. I know a dude, you know what I'm saying? I know a dude to put a dude with his mama. I ain't gonna call his name because he done been on the show or I done talked about him on this show before. But I just tell you this, I know a dude that put a dude with his mama because he was cool with the dude and the dude was his mentor. So being the dude was mentoring him so much, he hooked him up, you know, with his mama because his mama wanted to know who is you be talking to. I said, who is you always talking about? So he ended up talking to the mama. The mama ended up liking him. They ended up creating a whole relationship. You know what I'm saying? And started coming see him, which is going to be a conflict of interest too, because who you going to come see, me or you come and see him, or you come and see your son? You see what I'm saying? Because you could only be on the visiting list for certain people. You could only come at certain times. You can't come up to the visiting room and then go in there and see your boyfriend, and then your boyfriend leave, and you call your son, and you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You'll have to miss one, come next week. You have to do all of that. So he did it though. You know what I'm saying? He put him with his mama. Mama started coming to see him. Man, his mama married him. They got married. You heard what I'm saying? Held him down, started looking out for him. So now she got a son in here, and then she got her husband in here. You know what I'm saying? So now when he get in trouble, or the administration doing something to him, she got to call up there and fight for him. She got to do the same thing for her husband too. Well, they trying to lock me up with this. So she doing all of this. She got double dude in there. You know what I'm saying? And dude ain't had no issue with him because he respected him. It was his mentor. So he looking at like, okay, well, boom, he might be good for my mom because of the way he presented himself in there. You know what I'm saying? He was a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? So he on his deen. He doing, you know what I'm saying, living the right way, doing the right things. Man, lo and behold, they married and she held him down for some years and years, and he get out. You know what I'm saying? Go live with it and everything. And that's when all the wheels fell off, man. He get out there, he start, reverting back to hustling, then dropped off his deen, ain't holding up to the Muslim standards, you know what I'm saying? Drinking, smoking, start pushing a little reefer, little drugs here and there, running around with girls, you know what I'm saying? Where the mom, you know what I'm saying, she won't live it like that. She was living a good life, a righteous life. That's why she liked him, because she thought he was living a righteous life till he hit the streets. And now, you know what I'm saying, she tried to help him do all she can, but and tolerate as long as she can, but then they ended up separating. You know what I'm saying? So he felt some type of way because he the one who put him with the mom. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you right now, had he could have got out at that moment, he probably would be right back in, because he probably would have went and did something to the dude. You know what I'm saying? And then he come to find out later on, say, man, yeah, you know, he was a big smoker, man. He was a crackhead when he was locked up. I mean, before he got locked up, then what he got locked up for? He turned Muslim and got clean in prison, but when he on the street, he done been in and out, in and out. When he on the street, this is what he always resort back to. But he didn't know that. He didn't know the history of the dude. He just knew what he knew of the dude in the penitentiary. But he ain't know on the street, dude was supposed to be a bona fide crackhead. You know what I'm saying? And other people knew that, and they ain't tell him. And then by the time they know that he had married his mom and they cool, they didn't want to tell him because now they felt like they'd have been disrespecting him. But people knew that knowledge because it came out after. You know what I'm saying? And he ended up staying locked up a long time. You know what I'm saying? So I guess by the time he got out, you know, dude wasn't around no more, and he just let it be. But I know he held that as he felt guilty for that. You know what I'm saying? That he the one who introduced his mom to somebody who he thought was righteous and upstanding, but it turned out to be, you know what I'm saying, a bum, you know, and actually married his mother, you know. So that was crazy work right there. So like I say, it's a lot of examples like that why it's never good to try to introduce somebody to your family member or play matchmaker or any of this type of stuff. It ain't gonna work out, man. It ain't gonna work, especially if y'all in there together. It's not gonna work out, bro. I know too many stories like that. I done been on the joint with dudes is married to dudes. Sister. Like I say, I was on the joint when dude was married to my main man, sister Suge, sister. And Suge hated it. And dude ended up coming on the camp. Suge hated it. You know what I'm saying? For the same reasons as I aforementioned. Because dudes is not gonna see news. We know what's going on in here. We in here. You know what I'm saying? And we know we around these guys, and you don't want your, you know what I'm saying, your sister to, even if it's a good dude, you don't want her to have to endure what she got to endure just to come through the visit room, just to, you know what I'm saying, to be around these type of dudes. Some of these type, you don't even want that, you know. So crazy work though, man. But yeah, they ended a long lifetime friendship, man, right there, because he made that move of introducing dude to his sister, man. It ain't work out for him, man. They got the wrestling and tussling and head busting. You did? Yeah, never a good idea, man. I never recommended, never partook in any of that. And I wouldn't even want to be on the other end, man. Like, man, introduce me to your sister. I never do nothing like that. I wouldn't even come out my mouth with that. I don't care what she look like. You know what I'm saying? That just ain't something that I would just want to get involved in, man. But it is what it is. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it in the comments, man. Talk to me. I talk back. You heard me? TBP Nation, stand up. Let's go. Let's get it. Make sure you go sign that petition, man, for clemency for Alan Shaw. It's my guy. You heard me? And, man, make sure you check your subscriptions, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe, man. And if you really about that life, you did, go get that membership, because it ain't nothing like it, man. We out here. Duck them hooks. Hi.
The banking special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality. You know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.